Crikey, today we're hunting a saber-toothed tiger. Double K Outdoors is brought to you by the number 0, because that's how many dove we've hit and actually have had the chance to shoot at, which is 0. Yeah, 0. Wave to everybody at home, Melissa. Hey, hi, Melmo. It's slow, it's hot. Sorry, I've got my shoulder mount on and it likes to move a lot, so I apologize. I'm having to hold it. But yeah, it's toasty. At least we got a breeze. That's helping some, but it's hot. And at this point, we've seen a total of 4 dove, and all 4 of them, it was 2 different groups of 2, and all 4 of them were outside of shooting range. They were right at about 100 yards away from us, maybe a little under, but one of them was flying down some power lines in front of a house like this one over here, and I'm not gonna take that shot. And then the others, they were way out of range. Oh well.
Butterflies, do they count?
No, butterflies do not count, Melmo. But here we go. See, look, everybody, there's nothing. Big empty field. And no, those dove don't count either. Those are the ones we put out. I've already instructed Melmo not to shoot them. That's a swoop. Dang it. Yeah, I saw that right as I was talking to them. It's like, well, that's a swoop too. Well, this has been an entertaining segment for my channel. Let's see, what else can we do? We might be able to figure out like how to travel at light speed before we shoot a dove. Let's start. You what? We already know, 3. That owl told us that years ago, Melissa. Where have you been? Okay, well, we'll come back when we've got something else to report. Say bye. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It was just like, hey, we're gonna fly pretty good. We're gonna have some consistent flying. And it was just like, oh, 7:15. It's like they clocked out and went home for the day. It's Melissa's fault. It's all Melissa's fault. There's ants all over the patch. Whale. Not a great day. Not a bad day. Just a day. Shot a few times. Only got 1. But, hey, beats sitting at home twiddling my thumbs. I like it. Stay tuned. He was down in the grass. I saw him fly up. I saw him come up out of the field. I don't think you would have had a good shot on him anyways, no offense.
No, I thought he was coming back, the way it looked.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw him turn. That last shot that I lugged at him forced him to turn more, which is good. That's what I was hoping it would do. I see him.
Right over his head.
Yep. Man, if he would have been paying attention, he could have dropped his stuff and shot. Probably could have bagged both of them. Say hello, everybody. It's hot. And when I say it's hot, I mean like I'm sweating in places that I shouldn't be sweating. It's hot.
Oh, I agree.
I was making sure that these yahoos knew the sacrifices I'm making to show them a little bit of entertainment. Good Lord. We're in the shade and still sweating. Ooh, look at that. It says the actual temperature is 95 degrees. Actual temperature. That doesn't include the humidity and heat index and all that crap. What?
There's a flock of birds, but they're on the other side of the road.
We're on the wrong side of the road. Ooh, tomorrow's. Yeah, we are going to get a little bit of a cool front. Tomorrow's high, Sunday. The high is 90.
Get out the winter clothes.
Shh. Get out the winter clothes. Hey everyone. Yeah. So what you saw was like September 1st opening day. Then it kind of jumped a couple days and it was Saturday. We went hunting in the morning and in the evening. And we did end up going Sunday night and didn't do any good. We ended up going Monday morning and we didn't do any good. We shot a few times. It's not like we're not seeing any dove. We are seeing dove. It's just few and far between. It's like we'll get a couple of groups, and when I say groups I mean more pairs of dove. So it's more like you get one or two fly in and then you sit there for another half an hour. They're just not moving. And apparently I did a little bit of research and checked with some of my friends that also like to go hunting, and they're just not really moving anywhere except for very small isolated pockets. So if you're lucky enough to get on them, great, you're gonna do well. But for the rest of us, it's kind of just up in the air right now. So it was hot. I'm not gonna lie, we were sweating real bad, especially in the last little section that you saw when I was complaining about sweating in places that I shouldn't be sweating. Yeah, we're not kidding. It was literally 95 degrees, and with the relative humidity, it was well over 100. So the feels like was like 103, I think, that evening. And it was pretty miserable. And on top of it, that was a different field than we had normally hunted in. We just were trying something different, and we didn't see a single dove that night at all. And we were there for 2.5 to 3 hours. So it was a long time to be sitting there just cooking, literally. It was so hot that my GoPro overheated. And this is the 8. This is the GoPro Hero Black 8. It overheated and shut down. I couldn't even use it to record anymore. It wouldn't have recorded anything anyways, because it was so stinking hot that the birds just weren't flying. So I did get one, and in like 4 days I got, or 4 different hunts or 5 different hunts, I got one dove. And it kind of irked me. I mean, I was happy, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I got one so far. I wanted to get a few more, but it's just hasn't been in the cards, which is fine. The reason you didn't see it on camera though was because we had just got to the field and we got everything situated, got the chair set up, got the dove decoys out, and I sat down for just a second or two and I was looking around and I was scanning and I didn't see anything, so I reached down to pick up my camera bag that had the GoPro in it and like my battery, and I used the bag to prop the camera up on so that it's a little bit off the ground, so you're not seeing like foot level, it's more like knee level. As soon as I picked the bag up and I started walking, like I stood up, I picked the bag up, I stood up, and then a pair flew right in front of me. So I just dropped the bag, pulled the gun up, and pow, pow, hit him with the second shot, went down. And I didn't even think, grab the camera, get it out, and it was just, I don't know. I just didn't think about it, getting the camera and saying, what had just happened and everything. So I'll do better next time. This is still a learning process for me. I got the fishing aspect of it down, and that's, the camera work is easy, but the hunting aspect's a little different. But I still think it was Melmo. She was stinky. Very stinky. I'm just kidding. It was hot. There's nothing we could do. The birds aren't flying. The birds aren't flying. It's that simple. There were some idiots out. I'm not gonna lie. One of the times we went hunting, I guess some younger kids that weren't experienced, and they took the motto of, if it flies, it dies, because they were shooting any bird that happened to fly by. And considering that I didn't see any dove, and I could see them, and I could see some of the birds that were flying their direction, and they were definitely not dove, there was no reason for them to be shooting. And they were shooting a lot. And to give kind of a reference, we'll just say, like, this is the field. I know this isn't the field. Let's just say we parked here. Well, we'll just say like the blue tape is the parking area. We walked all the way like to here. These kids were hunting here. And so we were here. There was hunters over here and all along this side. And there were some people over here. Nobody from here down was shooting. Nobody. Only these 2 younger hunters were. So I firmly believe that they were shooting at stuff that wasn't the correct species at all. So in effect, after about an hour straight of shooting every other minute or two, you're gonna scare everything off. And they did. They scared everything off. And then on a different time, there was another field that you park at the bottom and you walk in, but there's a tree line that goes in the middle, and you can hunt either on the back side or the front side. Well, I've always hunted on the front side because I seem to do better, and when I watch people go to the back side, I don't really hear a whole lot of shots. So I've never really wanted to venture back there. So we decided we're just going to stay on the front side and we're not going to worry about it. Well, a car, I guess, carrying a few people drove all the way back there. Weren't even supposed to, but they did it anyways. Well, they drove back there and they must have just basically had a range day, because they were shooting all kinds of calibers and all kinds of guns, and it was non-stop for like an hour and a half. So I was like, well, that just ruined this hunt, because ain't nothing gonna fly anywhere near us if it's all they're gonna hear is pow, 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 pow. So, golly. I just couldn't believe the audacity of some people to come out to these public hunting lands that, you know, I paid to be able to hunt public lands. That's part of the licensing. You have to pay for the public land use. Well, I'm paying for it, which means I want to hunt. I don't want to listen to people shoot their guns. If I wanted to do that, I could go to the range. That's what that's for. I digress. I had my moment. I was a little irked for a while, but it's people like that that are going to get those public lands gone. The landowners are going to say no because people are abusing it. And yeah, that's my bigger worry, is that we're going to lose a lot of our public lands. And there's already so much that is private. And they want lots of money to hunt on their lands. And I'm unfortunately not made of money. I have a limited budget on a lot of these things that, you know, I can't just go spend, you know, $5,000 a month to go hunting. Wish I could, but I can't. So I don't. But anyways, I hope you did have, yeah, lost my train of thought there, huh? I hope you guys had a great weekend, and it was a long weekend, you know, with Labor Day and everything. I hope you got some, you know, family time in and some just relaxation, because I know I did too. It was a busy weekend, but it was a good weekend. We're gonna continue to make some hunting videos because we still got dove season. I haven't forgot about my fishing. I'm still gonna be fishing, but I just have more options now. So you're gonna start to see more videos come into play, hunting videos and such. So be on the lookout for them. And as I said, hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope you enjoy the upcoming weekend, and I hope you have a great week. But always remember, keep catching.